What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am at SEMA in Las Vegas, and today, if you like Fords, it's going to be nothing but Fords. Let's go check it out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, check out this Super Duty 6.7 liter Power Stroke. I think it's a 350. Look at those wheels, man. My God, that is so badass. Another Bronco. This one's from Oregon. I have family from Oregon, West Lynn and Salem area. Beautiful. Not a big fan of the mall crawler wheels, but the Bronco itself is beautiful. Oh damn, it's supercharged. It's got a Roosh supercharged V8 in there. I'm guessing that's a Mustang GT motor. 600 horsepower it says. Oh yeah, 5.0 Coyote. That's crazy. 600 horsepower. Yikes. Yeah, that's nice. By the way, the Ford Ranger is making a big comeback in the U.S. if you haven't noticed. Tacomas and other small trucks, you know, Colorados, those are really dominating the market. And Ford had went away. Now they're coming back with the Ranger again. These have been out for a couple years now, but I like them. They're even coming out with a Ranger Raptor. So, pretty cool deal. I think these are already on sale around the world globally. But this one's kind of crazy what they got in the back here. That's cool. It's got some kind of truck cap back here, but look at this. The stove folds out like a transformer. That is cool, man. I like that. I've never seen that before. And then you've got foam to protect all your cups and silverware and knives and plates and all that stuff. I wonder who makes this thing. That's cool. And then here's your ARB electric fridge in the back, tucked away. And then there's still a little bit of room in there for camping gear. This is a Ranger, so it's got a tiny bed. RSI Smart Canopy Evo, that's what it's called. And it's from South Africa, not Australia. South Africans are slowly starting to come into the U.S. because they've seen the success with the Australian market coming out here. And I was talking to the rep, and he was saying, yeah, you know, these guys from South Africa approached them when they were talking about doing this project, and they said, we got something for you guys to take to SEMA. And sure enough, they gave them this to put on this vehicle. That's cool. It's lockable too. I like that you can get access from the sides and the back. That's nice. Then you got a Thule Rack with a Tepui tent on top, hard shell. Very compact. Like if you want to just have just the bare minimum to go places, you got your truck that can go anywhere. You got your bed so you can sleep anywhere. You can park it anywhere. That's the cool thing. It's super compact. You could park in any parking lot, in any stall, and fit in any garage. Most likely, I'm guessing this could fit in a garage because most garages are like 7 feet. Pop that tent down, you can park in your garage. And then when you get out to nature, you got everything you need: bed, food, water, power. You got everything all right there. That's cool. And this one is for all you gearheads that like looking at motors. They just lifted the entire body up so you can see what the motor looks like. Chassis, suspension, steering, naked engine under here, transmission.
They do these frames. I believe, yeah, Tensor chassis. So they make these frames.
Ah.
So these are like more modern frames.
Nice. So you just basically
buy the frame, tell them what you're putting it in, and it pretty much bolts right up.
If you can find an old junkyard Bronco, you can put a brand new frame and motor and chassis and everything.
Exactly, and use the upgrade newer style suspension.
That's cool. Everything's safer, newer, more powerful, yet you have the old school look. Yeah, that's cool.
Now that's cool.
Look at this company, RSI Smart Cap. They got a Ford Ranger lifted, and they specialize in these truck caps or utility beds. That's nice. These are becoming really popular now. I mean, I know these are big in Australia already, probably in South Africa too, because they've been using this kind of setup for a long time. But the cool thing about this is you get all the capability of a flatbed opening here, and then side access, and then all the cubbies that you would get going with a utility bed. And then in the back, you can mount 2 full-size spares. And then there's also a slider. I guess there's a slider here. You pull it out. Yeah. There's your tray for all your tools. That's cool. That's nice. And then obviously it's strong enough to put a rooftop tent. This one's by Free Spirit. These guys have been around. I see these guys all over the place now, Free Spirit. But that's nice. I like it. I wouldn't mind having this kind of setup on my truck. I like the way it looks too with those 2 full-size spares. You know, if you're going deep in the backcountry, it's good to have a spare and another spare just in case. I like it. All right, so you know me, I like these kind of vehicles. I could see the Ford lights, but pretty much I don't know what else is going on here. I'm guessing maybe Excursion or F250 maybe.
No, it's an Excursion.
It's got to be an SUV,
Yeah, it's an Excursion.
but it looks like they armored it up somehow. I don't know if it's real armor or if it's just show armor. It's hard to say sometimes with these things. I've seen some companies do this where it's not real armor.
Yeah, he has all the Ford badges on his steering
But
wheel.
you never know. I mean, there's companies out there that make real armored up vehicles for, you know, oil tycoons and stuff like that. Anything catch your eye in there?
So it's a Ford for sure.
It's definitely a Ford.
But see how they kind of block off all the Ford emblems?
Yeah, they're marketing it for them.
See, you look right here. See the Ford badge right there on the windshield?
Oh yeah.
And then look, he has it covered.
Stark Design LA. I bet you this is more for looks than actual
I'm
armor.
pretty sure it's like movie view.
Yeah, I bet you it's not really armored up. See, the thing that makes me think it's not is the glass doesn't look armored.
No, the glass is
The
not.
glass is not armored.
Glass is
So if you're gonna go as far as to not armor the glass, then
it's just a movie
the
view.
doors probably are not. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's not. I'll say this though, you want to pull up and make a statement, it still looks badass.
Oh, yeah. Word.
It's got handles for SWAT guys. It's funny. Yeah, that you can grab on.
You'd be worried, but that's I would.
Yeah, that's wild. So this is for all you Ford Bronco fans. I know a few of you guys out there asked me to check out Broncos. Well, here's another beautiful Bronco. This one's in black too. It's like oil. Like somebody just poured oil on this thing. It's so beautiful. Again, with the locking hubs, you gotta get out and lock them with your hands. You got a Coyote 5.0 in there. Naturally aspirated. Solid axles, good old-fashioned solid axles. 2-door, short wheelbase, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Check this one out. It's an old Ford 4x4 van. This one's got a lot of parts by a company called Agency 6. Of course, you got big old beefy solid axle with chunky old leaf springs. Then you got the reservoir Fox shocks in there. Bead locks. These are Methods, Toyos. I got these grab handles. I'm not even sure what these are. What would you use those for? I guess to attach gear to, maybe? Got a cool bumper. You got their Agency 6 little mini shovel clamped on there. That's kind of cool. That's nice, man. Lifted 4x4 full-size van. You can have a lot of fun with this thing. Let's fly around on this side. I like those LEDs. It's like that's the style now to have the traditional circle pod LEDs now instead of a light bar. Here's something cool. Look at this. It's like a grill setup, a mounting setup, so you can put anything you want on here. Almost like military molly setup, but made out of metal. I like that. That's actually pretty smart, and it protects your window too, in a way. Got a ladder. Get up to your roof. This is nice, man. High lift jack. Full-size spare on the back. Not too crazy for SEMA. I'd rock this thing for an overland vehicle for sure. Love it. Here's another look at that Ford Bronco made from a F350. They chopped it up and made it look like a Ford Bronco. Not a real Ford Bronco, just the artist's interpretation of what a Bronco might look like. I think it looks awesome. Full size. You know the new Bronco's not going to be full size. They're probably going to appeal to the world market and make it small. Please, for the love of God, don't make it a crossover. But yeah, this is nice. This is another Ford Ranger, obviously built by ARB to showcase their stuff. Now, this thing's nice, man. Look at that ARB bumper, ARB lights. Check out this new jack. It's like a futuristic high lift jack. You could hook it on any hard point on your bumper and then just start jacking it up. Got that extension for soft ground. That's nice, man. These guys really know what they're doing, man. They've been doing it for a long time. ARB definitely is leader in the game for sure. Look at that snorkel. I'd probably flip it around the other way though, for me personally. They got their own ARB tracks, extraction tracks, making their own now. That's cool. Thule Rack in the back. I like this awning, real simple, just enough to get the sun off you or the rain off you. Organizing your cooking gear. ARB fridge. I mean, it's like ARB everything back here. You got a mountain bike and a stand-up paddleboard on top. Look at this. If you don't want a rooftop tent, how about a tent made out of an awning? That's cool. You're still sleeping on the ground, but you're out of the elements. You're out of the rain, out of the sun, and probably out of the wind too for the most part. It's really lightweight, but it's enough to get you sleeping relatively comfortable. And it's compact, you know. If you don't have the option for a rooftop tent, this is probably the next best option if you're gonna sleep on the ground. Here's another Bronco, midnight black. Looks like wet oil. That is beautiful. It's got a 5.0 under the hood. What? Yeah. So it's got basically a Mustang GT motor under the hood. That's nice. That must sound beautiful. Method wheels. Beautiful. Got the fold down window just like a Jeep. Look at those quilted seats and door panels. All original for the most part anyways. Wooden steering wheel. Look at that shifter. That is so cool. It's a Hurst shifter. Original dash. I really like that old school look. It's beautiful. Look at that wood floor. I wouldn't even want to put my feet on it. More Broncos. These things are just going to become harder and harder to find as the years go on. Ford's going to release the new Bronco, and there's going to be a resurgence of just Bronco fever. I'm sure at a SEMA in the future, everyone's going to have a Bronco because it's going to be the new hotness, just like the Jeep JT Gladiator was the hotness this year. So soak it in while you can. If you can find a Bronco for a cheap price, buy it, because the hype is coming for Broncos for sure. Get ready. Remember when I said Broncos are going to be coming like crazy in a year or so whenever they release the new Bronco? Well, here's a whole bunch of old Broncos at the Ford booth. A lot of these were used in races back in the day. These are basically historical pieces now. I think it's used for the sand dunes with the tires. Perlator. Larry Minor Rod Hall. It's like an old 60s race car down to the Baja. Here's a more modern King of the Hammers type vehicle. if you're a Ford Bronco lover, this is a good place to be right here. Get to see all this history. Me personally, I don't know a lot about the Ford Bronco, but I am a fan of the design. It's basically the competition for Jeeps, really. Short wheelbase, 4-wheel drive. Look at that wing. I think it's hilarious that people give imports a hard time for having big, ridiculous wings. Man, Americans have been doing that for years. They've been putting big wings on vehicles for years. So, shut the hell up. Americans invented the big wing, not Japan. That is really cool. So you buy this setup here that converts your truck into like a hatchback. So you can lock everything up in the back, kind of like a hatchback, and then you can still carry stuff in the roof rack up there. A touch of a button, obviously it's remote control, it comes down. That is cool. And all your gear is accessible in the back. You can reach it without, you know, jumping up on a ladder. I like it. By the way, this is at the Lear booth at SEMA. Never seen anything like that before. Look at that. It comes all the way down and then it tilts down too. That's the best part. Watch this. They open up the tailgate and then they hit a lock. There's a lock there and then boom, tilt it over. You can get all your stuff out. That is cool. Ford Rangers. Man, these Ford Rangers are everywhere. They're making a comeback, like I said. This is at the TJM booth at SEMA. Yeah, those are nice, man. They're global vehicles now, not just US vehicles. They're global trucks. Matter of fact, they've been selling overseas before they got sold in the US. And if you don't know, TMJ, they're out of Australia originally. I know it says TJMUSA.com, but they're originally from Australia. So they know what they're doing. Got all kinds of parts on there. They make pretty much everything to bolt on these things. Here's something that caught my eye that was very subtle and very small. You wouldn't normally notice this at SEMA where everything's over the top. Ford F-150 crew cab. STX, by the way, is really cool. I like this truck. But what caught my eye were the wheels. You know, here at SEMA, everything has to be, you know, crazy expensive, crazy over the top. But what about the good old-fashioned vintage steel stamped wheels? You don't see that very often. And I like the stamped steel look. I just think it looks cool. It's old school. This is basically a brand new design though. They got bead locks on steel wheels. I've never seen that before. I mean, I've seen tons of steel wheels, but I've never seen bead locks on steel wheels. And apparently, according to the advertising up here, they're available in multiple sizes, 17 by 8, 17 by 9, and then different bolt patterns. Those are all the different bolt patterns. Heavy duty steel construction, powder coat finish. By the way, the website's called wheelvintiques.com. Looks really good. I like that stamped steel look.
Hey campers, Justin from 230, and what we're looking at is our new Lst Fabric Tent. The inside of the material is actually coated black. Now what that does, it reduces the internal temperature by about 15 to 20 degrees.
The black reduces the temperature? You would think it'd make it hotter, huh?
If we turned it upside down and we put the black to the outside, it would absorb light, and you bet it would make it much, much hotter. By putting it on the inside, the testing that we did, we got our old model tent. I didn't pick on a tent that had a black roof. I went and picked on our own tent.
Yeah.
We got a temperature gun. We've got a video out there showing this as well. Hit the temperature gun, 111 degrees on our old tent, 90 degrees on the inside of this one.
Oh wow, so just the mere fact of flipping it is what really is the difference. Yep. Cool.
So this is actually a special 3-layer process. So it does a couple of things. It means that you can sleep in. Kind of important. I like to drink bourbon.
Yeah.
I don't really like to drink bourbon, which means that I like to have a bit of a sleep in the morning. It allows me to do that. I don't wake up hot and sweaty.
That's important. Oh, look at that. The whole thing just slid out. That's cool. You want to talk about that?
I'm happy to talk about this.
Yeah, what do we got going on here?
My friends from Nut House Industries built this. It was built around the Raptor. They do make them for other trucks, but it was built around the Raptor. This has its own 25-30 gallon water tank, lithium battery, pump, stoves, refrigerator. This actually folds out.
Yeah, show us the whole thing there. Oh, look at that.
There you got your
Wow.
part stove in there. And with the rack, we've just got the piece de resistance. There we go. That's us cooking. We're done.
That is cool, man.
Yeah, so it's self-sufficient, runs itself. It's hooked up via a panel that joins to the dual battery in the front. So this thing will run the fridge for 2 to 3 days. It runs the lights on the truck. It runs the light over the kitchen, and it makes my life easy.
You know what?
Camping is easy.
You know what I like about this? Like, you get your truck all set up. You get to camp. Boom! You're camping in like 4 minutes.
Yep.
I mean, you're ready to go.
Yep.
There's no real setup. I mean, just fold stuff out. You're good to go.
Well, and that's where I like the version of the Nuthouse Industries Expedition slide, because they did a nice enough job that even that fully loaded with water and everything, there's one small lever, with one hand.
Slide it all in. That's cool. How much is something like this going to sell for, roughly, ballpark?
Depends on what options you put in there, but it's about $6,500 to $7,000. Depends on what options. You know, you add the fridge on it. You can have a lithium battery, a standard battery. So you've got some options. Partner stove versus no stove. So if you and look, really reach out to Nuthouse Industries. They're the ones that build
Check out their website.
Check out their website. They'll tell you more about that. Do I love it? Absolutely. Have I bombed this thing across the desert at 60 mile an hour? Yes, I have. Did I break it? No, I did not.
It is a Raptor, guys. You got a Raptor, you're going to be ripping through the desert, and it's nice to know that this thing survived. That's cool. Very cool. Right on. Anything else you want to talk about since you got me?
So this is something new for SEMA. New for SEMA and new for the truck. We've always used the Renegade bed cover. This is aluminum. It's built, it's solid, it's built strong enough that it can pull an ATV up onto the top of it.
Oh, wow.
So this year, and this is brand new, Renegade covers have just introduced their new mission ready racks, and that's what we've got on the back here. So this one's the 20-inch version. You'll see it's got these little channel across the back there.
You see this in the airline industry, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, for cargo.
So that actually bolts to that channel, so I can use this for multi-purpose now. I can haul gear. There we go. So I can tie down to that. That allowed me to bolt my rack in. When they designed the mission ready rack, they allowed me multiple mounting options. In my case, I used one of the squares
I like that.
for my light. 2 of the square channel cutouts I've used for my Rotopax mounts up underneath there. You see up under the bottom?
Yep.
I used the headache rack. They built a headache rack. You'll see my gas bottle mounted to the front on the headache rack.
Man, this thing is kitted out, man. That is awesome.
And here's my little bit of funky. There we go. That's on remote control. So if my wife needs to get out and go to the bathroom, I can turn the lights off inside the tent without just pop. One of the square tubes, I use one tube, and I mounted my shovel, my axe. I have a second tube there if I'm planning to buy myself a new jack, maybe at the show. That might fit there, and attach to that second one. So this is built to cop anything that anything you can throw at it.
Yeah, I like that. Modular. It's really modular.
Super modular, super adaptable. It gives you the perfect base to do anything you want. This will hold 900 to 1,000 pounds. This will hold 500 to 600 pounds. Far more than a tent's going to throw at it, that's for sure.
I've seen a couple styles that are like this, but yours looks the beefiest so far.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
The guys from Renegade Covers did an awesome job of this.
Yeah, that's
they really
cool.
did do a nice job. They thought about it, they tested it, they engineered it. This is actually made from one piece.
Oh, wow.
And if you try and find the folds and the bends, you're hard pressed.
Yeah,
so,
nice.
This has been really good, and it just ties into what I've built. You know, we built an overland rig that wasn't your normal overland rig.
Let's step back and enjoy this Raptor here. Yeah. So tell the guys the base vehicle, Raptor SVT Ford, right?
Yep. So it's a 2013 6.2 liter, naturally aspirated. I haven't done anything.
The big V8.
The big
V8.
V8.
That's what I'm talking about.
You see the 2 3-inch side pipes down the side. I like the sound.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Nothing wrong with the V6 twin turbo. I mean, EcoBoost is okay.
The EcoBoost is good.
But this sounds like a man's truck, right?
Thank you. It does. Yeah. It does.
Nice.
We went with the Icon suspension.
Yeah.
Icon top control arms. remote res, stage 5, 6, 7 on the back. It's got multiple adjustment, rebound adjustment.
Nice.
It's got the hydraulic bump stops. It has the crossovers in the back to keep the chassis from getting stretched out. This is a trophy truck in disguise.
I was just gonna say, man, this thing can probably jump like nobody. Man.
You know
That's
what?
awesome.
I've only tested a little bit.
Yeah. Look at.
Only tested a little bit. On the front, we've got the ICI bumpers, the ICI steps, Vision X. Run their light bar.
Yeah.
As well as if you look in the back, I've got some fogs and spreads tucked in behind the bar. So it's kind of subtle.
Yeah.
Because this rig's about, as I said, even though it's loud, I kind of make it as subtle as I can. You know,
I think you're past that point, man.
I think you're right.
Here's a truck camper right here for about the 40, I think this one's 49,000 equipped, but this is a high-end truck camper. So I figured I'd show you guys what you can get for 49,000 bucks if you're looking for a high-end true four-season truck camper. So this one's made by Northern Light. If you don't know these guys, they're famous for making very lightweight truck campers. And the reason why is because the top shell, see that line right there? The top shell is fiberglass, and it's, I guess, almost like glued and welded to a bottom fiberglass shell. So there's really no opportunities for leaks because the entire upper shell is like the roof, and it's all one piece. So super lightweight. I'll get the weight here in a second, but yeah, let's take a look at a lightweight fiberglass truck camper that has everything and the kitchen sink. I mean, this is basically a house on the back of your truck. The truck itself, by the way, is a full-size Ford F350. Oh, this is a limited. So 6.7 liter power stroke diesel, crew cab. It's got a lift kit. The suspension has to be beefed up to carry a camper like this. I'm pretty sure they beefed this one up. I'm not sure if it's stock. I can almost guarantee it's not stock because this is SEMA. So they beefed up the suspension to carry more weight in the back. And then on the inside, it's amazing how much room you actually get in these things compared to, like, say, a teardrop trailer. So this is what it looks like from the bed area. Check out this beautiful Lance truck camper. They're calling this one the Altimeter. It's on a Ford F350 crew cab, Platinum Edition. It's lifted with big tires, Icon suspension. Beautiful. Beautiful truck by itself, but that Lance camper is just amazing, man. 4-season camper. Look at the front end. It's got this like really durable, like synthetic cap on the front. Can take a beating with the trees and stuff if you're going through the forest. Insulated, of course. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, look, he's got some kind of what is that? Like a satellite up there? Cool. And of course, it's got all the things that campers have, all the amenities. But this thing has solar as well, so you can go off grid. That's nice.
Yes. And
this is a Ranger XLT.
The engine we used in the 68
nice.
Bronco.
Oh, look at that. Is it a P-Core rear end? This P-Core tray. Look at that utility tray here in the back. That's nice. Oh wait, no, this is not P-Core. This is probably that Portuguese one.
Not like Regis. And welcome to Ford.
I said C, not like Regis.
Yeah, I don't see any P-Core badging. That must be the one from Portugal. And you got a rooftop tent. It's nice. You know, I'm starting to like these Rangers more and more. This has got that RTR treatment on it, ready to race treatment. Look at that snorkel, that's nice. And these are the branch deflectors. You can't really see it, but there's wires right there. It's branch deflectors. I like those wheels. Those are those RTR wheels. And then of course he's got a rooftop tent in the back. Ah, bed slide, I like it. Is it locked? How do you unlock it? Oh, you gotta go like this. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Bed slide. Here's a new high lift jack, or whatever they call it. It's kind of like a high lift jack. That's a beautiful truck. That is a really good looking truck. So check out this Black Rifle Company edition Ford F-150 at the Ford booth at SEMA. This is nice, man. So if you don't know, Black Rifle Company, they're a coffee company that's owned and operated by military veterans. Specifically, I believe the top guys are all special forces guys, CIA, Black Ops, all that good stuff. And then they started their own coffee company. If you don't know by now, most gun guys know about it. But yeah, they got like a special edition version out here at SEMA. Got a truck vault. Everything is custom fitted for their stuff. There's their coffee. That's nice. Got a lift on here. Cryptek bags up top. I like that Cryptek camouflage. That's nice. It's a beautiful truck. I love the F-150. Ooh, look at that. That's a F-350 crew cab with a utility truck bed in the back. But this one's kind of cool because he's got a James Baroud pop-up camper in the back, or a pop-up tent in the back. And then they're using the roof rack as a deck. That is so cool. You can just get out, check out the stars, whatever, and then your bed is right there. That is really cool. I like that. And then of course you got the utility tray with all the cabinets and everything. Oh, he's got it set up for overlanding. It basically you can go cooking. You'd have to be one tall dude. Oh, I see. This thing comes all the way down. This would come out and then down so you can cook on it. I don't want to get too deep into that thing. There's your Dometic fridge. That's nice, man. That's a big rig. See, look how big this thing is. That is a humongous truck, but it's nice. I really like that deck. That's awesome. And this big humongous Super Duty caught my eye because of a couple things. For one, it's just big and badass, but it's got a cool utility truck bed in the back. And basically the concept here is it's set up to be a command center for racing, a workshop to fix vehicles, and also a campsite. You got your sleeping bed up there on the top. It's a rooftop tent, obviously. But this thing's beautiful, man. Method wheels, LGECTS. I guess those are the guys that make the bumper, the two bumper. Rigid LEDs, one winch. Cool green color with like almost like a carbon fiber. I don't know if that's a carbon fiber. Is it really carbon fiber? Well, it might be. I don't know. It is SEMA, so it might be. F250. Look at those amp research retractable electronic steps. Two-buoy tent up top. Crew cab, obviously. Could fit a lot of people in here. But this is the part that's really cool. I like the utility truck bed, so tons of storage in here. Look, somebody was already messing with this thing. Oh, it's gas strut operated too. I like it. That's nice. You got their extraction ramps. I don't know what that is. I guess that's just a gas generator for power, I would assume. Not familiar with it. Bunch of gear in here. Look, there's your beer opener, your bottle opener. ARB electric fridge, full-size spare in the back with a swing away. Off-road jack. Who knows what kind of gear's in here? Tons of gear in here. But yeah, that's beautiful, man. Got an awning back there too. I would be in heaven if I had this as a work truck. That's a beautiful work truck. Very cool. You probably already saw this all over the place on social media. This is my first time seeing one in person, and this is the thing I love about SEMA is you see crazy vehicles that you probably never see before. Introduce yourself to the world and tell us what you got.
Cool. Hey guys, I'm Veronica. We are here at the Extreme Outback Products booth, and we are showing off the Teradyne Gurkha. So our company makes the Extreme Air Magnum that sits underneath the Gurkha that fills its tires. This bad boy can stop a 9mm round. She's armor plated on the outside and has luxury interior on the inside. The glass is an inch thick, so it'll also stop a 9mm round. And as you can see, she's got great heavy, great heavy doors. It looks like a bank vault. It's built on a Ford F150 chassis with a 6.7 Power Stroke diesel.
Nice.
So everything underneath the hood is still stock. You can take it to a Ford dealership to get her serviced.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she's really great. And this particular model from Teradyne, like I said, they're our manufacturer for this model. They're in Toronto, Canada, and they make great stuff.
Nice.
So she's got the upgraded interior package.
Let's kind of look around there.
Yeah.
So when you go in here,
inside.
it's not like a Hummer in the military. This thing is like a fancy limousine in here, man. This is nice.
Very nice in the back.
Look at that. Quilted
and as you
leather.
Can see, she's got a hatch up top, and they can upgrade that for a gun turret attachment if you want
Nice. Very cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
And then let's look at the front here.
Yeah.
Can you point out some stuff up here in the front too?
Sure. Let's go.
By the way, if you notice, look how much leg room there is. There's a lot of leg room.
It's very plush in the back.
Definitely not like a Hummer.
Yeah. This is street legal.
Street
so anybody
legal,
who wants to have one can have one. She sits at 12,000 pounds empty.
Nice.
So you can see some of those Ford remnants on the inside of the dash. And then as we go to the front, you can see the Ford mirror still here.
Oh yeah, that gives it away. Yeah.
And they build her up from that Ford chassis.
That is cool. So I'm assuming this is designed like this, so if a bullet hit it, it would ricochet and not destroy the radiator?
Right, so the idea is that it's armored, but the most safe part of this Gurkha is going to be in the cabin. That's what they care about the most. Yep, so when they armor the undercarriage, everything is made sure to make sure that the drivers and the passengers are all safe.
Nice. Yeah, we were talking off camera before I came up here. Talk about that explosive stuff you were talking about.
So Teradyne has upgraded packages, if you choose to, where they will armor the underside of the carriage. So the cabin for the passengers and the driver, they tested it with 16 pounds of TNT and 4 pounds of C4.
Yikes.
So she was not drivable after 16 pounds of
The
TNT.
vehicle died, but the people were alive,
But
right?
the cabin was safe. Yep, they lost a tire and never found it again. Just destroyed it.
That's crazy. Let's talk about the tires. So I know everybody's probably wondering, can you shoot this? Will it still drive?
Right, so if a bullet pierces the tire, it's got a steel interior, which you could keep driving on, but only for about 50 kilometers.
So it's essentially run flats, right?
Yeah, exactly. She's
Very
going to
cool.
run until she can't run anymore. And the idea is to get you out of harm's way and into safety. And like I said, the most armored part of the vehicle is going to be the cabin and the passenger seat.
Gotcha. Wow, check this out. I'm at SEMA and I'm at the Smitty booth, and they've got one seriously badass Ford. I think it's an F350 maybe? I don't even know what it is. I think it's an F350. I would assume it's an F350, but it's got these big ass tracks on it. Look at that. King suspension, crew cab. But look at that. I've seen tracks before, but I've never seen the dually tracks. Look at that. Dually tracks back there. And they got tracks on the Polaris 4x4s as well. That is cool. Look at that. Sparks Motors. That's crazy. Airbag suspension. Oh look, he's got one of these little shredder things too. It's like basically like a e-scooter, but built into a tank. Look at that. It's a little miniature tank. Look at that suspension on there. The engineering on that is just really cool looking. Let's fly by here. This thing is ginormous. That is wild. Welcome to SEMA. You see crazy stuff like this. That's nuts. Woo. You live up in the snow, this is probably a really cool vehicle to have. Probably not over the top if you live up in the snowy, icy areas. You got $1 million bucks. So it's an F550 crew cab, but this is the first one ever with a carbon fiber shell. It's like a monocoque type shell on there. That's cool, man. That is really cool. Probably save yourself maybe 500 to 1,000 pounds, maybe. I don't know. Earth warmer. Damn. So if you don't know, an F550 is probably going to cost you like $100,000 just for the truck by itself, especially a Lariat. And then you take it to Earth Roamer and they build it into this insane off-roader camper with a carbon fiber camper shell. This thing's got to be $1 million bucks easily. Check out those wheels, man. So, I mean, how many nuts and bolts do you need on this thing?
Alright, so if you look back there, you can see the rotor.
Yeah.
Okay, what it is it's a 8 lug, but then this is the original 8 lug. This here is an adapter to the 10 lug, and this 10 lug is an adapter to this 18 lug.
You got to have a really strong wrench to get that off.
Well, you just need to take all those off.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's going to take some time.
Yeah.
But you could just take these off and just get to the point.
That's fine. Like there's an airbag suspension there, king shocks. Yeah, this thing is insane. Who knows what he's got going on inside here. Hopefully we can go inside and look around when the show opens. What's that, satellite?
Yeah, I believe so.
Some kind of satellite thing. Look how they put the spare. It's like embedded into the. This is carbon fiber.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the next question. This is not. Oh, it's got a winch. Okay. Now that just answered my question. How you gonna
It's like
that off?
that's
I know that's not a light tire.
That's a 250-pound tire.
Yeah, but it's got a winch. Okay.
Yeah, that's smart. Smart. There you go.
Yeah, because I know I ain't lifting that damn tire.
You get killed. That thing will fall off and kill you. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the Ford Transit 350, but this is the brand new factory four-wheel drive version. All you overlanders out there have been begging for a four-wheel drive version. Well, Ford listened, and they finally built a four-wheel drive Ford Transit, basically overlander truck. It's four-wheel drive. This one's obviously kitted out for SEMA to kind of just grab your attention. I don't think there's very many people that would actually drive this around with tracks unless you lived in, like, I don't know, Canada or the Arctic Circle or something like that. But it is badass though. I like that. I'm sure we'll get a look inside when the show starts tomorrow. But this is nice. It's got a roof rack on there. Oh look, he's got double ladders up there to the top. That's nice. Let's see if we can fly around here. Oh, he's got a winch on the back. Ah, that's nice. You could take that winch off the 2-inch hitch and put it on the front if you need to. Rescue your buddies that are stuck in the snowbanks. This one's been customized by Outside Van. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, this is a jaw dropper right here. If you're into Fords or Broncos, I'm at SEMA, and this is a 1966 Ford Bronco, but there's something different here, guys. What's going on there? Something different, huh? You notice it? Do you see it? Independent suspension from an F150. Matter of fact, the board there says 2017 F150 chassis, so they obviously cut it down, right, Robert?
Yeah, right here they chopped it right here.
So they took an F150 and chopped it.
You can see they chopped the frame right here, boxed it, and then made the shorter transition for the wheel tubs right here.
But essentially, the drivetrain and everything, the suspension.
From here forward is all F150.
F150.
From here back is all fabricated.
That's crazy. So it's all custom back there.
Yeah,
huh?
back there.
And then here's the cool part. You look inside the cab of this 66 Bronco, and you're looking at an F-150. Yeah. They took the dashboard and put it inside here. Right. Everything. Shifters in the middle, beautiful seats. Look at that
AC
dash.
blows, man, that's even better.
I can almost guarantee they spent the money on the AC, right? That is beautiful. This is one of those crazy SEMA builds. It just blows your mind when you see it. There goes the 5.0 Coyote. And it's simple, man.
Yeah.
Just naturally aspirated 5.0.
Nothing crazy.
There's no turbos, no superchargers. Reliable, man. That's nice. Look at that. Let me do a little quick fly around one more time. Got a roof rack up there. Here's another shot of that F-150 interior. And then another shot of this from the back. That is so badass. Who knows how much this guy has sunk into this thing. Wow. Beautiful. Alright, so what was your favorite vehicle? The one that made you go, damn, that was awesome, that was cool. And which ones did you hate? Did you not like? That was kind of dumb and shouldn't have been here. Anyway, thanks a lot guys for watching. Hit that like button to support my channel. Appreciate it, helps me out a lot. Ring that bell notification so you can know when I upload a new video. And leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about SEMA. Have a good one guys. Later.